Hello my friends from all over the world. Welcome to my channel. I hope that most of you will find the video interesting. Please leave a comment telling the city or the country you are writing it. Thanks a lot for your support. I wish you a pleasant viewing. Thanks for watching my video. Please don't forget to subscribe, give a like and write a comment. It costs you nothing, but makes a huge difference to many others. Goodbye. See you soon.